Fellow citizens of Grand Cathay, welcome back. It is I, the heir of Cathay, also known as the Salt Dragon, and we're going to continue the campaign of Miao Ying on Legendary. This one's got me on the edge of my seat, folks. That last episode was crazy. I want to record this every day as time allows, so that's why I'm here, and I hope you all are excited. Now, what I'm hoping to accomplish here is to continue to heal this army while moving it towards a position to meet up with my second army. And then if we can move on Haichai, however you pronounce it here, and take it and then start pushing south, we've got to wipe out the Druki in our land if we want to have any prayer of having like some peace behind the Bastion. While at the meantime, I should be able to protect the Bastion using the garrisons and the second army that's coming up. We have one turn until we finish the Jade Barracks, so I'm going to let that turn finish because really the units that I want to recruit next require that Jade Barracks. I don't love waiting for these units, but I'll do what I have to in order to get what's needed. However, I could start recruiting, globally speaking, some Lancers and a unit of Tigers to give a little bit of mobility to this army. It'll take a good chunk of money because we're having to do the global recruitment in a couple of turns, but it'll be well worth it in the long run. So yeah, I've got my second army moving in, I've got my main army replenishing, and we're going to move on Lokir's capital as soon as we are able. Let's go ahead and end the turn, which should give us an opportunity to get closer to that. It looks like our brother has grown in strength rank quite a bit. He's up to 12, whereas earlier he had taken some beatdowns from the Skaven. He wants me to join the war against Grimgor. Grimgor was previously strength rank 1. And I had tried to keep from getting involved with Grimgor, at least at the moment. Makes me wonder what's the... I wish I could see like what Grimgor was up to at the moment in terms of his faction. I want to see who he's at war with. If Grimgor is at war with the Ogres, that might be worthwhile, like trying to stir the pot there, get the Iron Dragon, get Greasus and ourselves allied against Grimgor to see if we can stop him. I'm also very concerned with what might happen with Kolek if he heads this way. I mean, it's a long shot, but depending on what happens, our Kaon could show up at the Great Bastion as well. Though he's quite a lot farther away, and I don't know which way the AI tends to move with him, if it'll be our direction, or if it'll be further to the north and east, north and west. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and take this army. I'll go ahead and keep them in a forced march, and I'll move them up here in a forced march, maybe making them look a little bit vulnerable, and then I'll block out in front of them in an ambush with a pretty good chance of success here using Miao Ying, and they should, yeah, they're within reinforcement range of each other, so it might make this one look vulnerable if the AI can see it, and potentially come for the attack and get ambushed. That would be absolutely ideal, though it's probably a bit of a long shot. We'll see whether or not anything becomes of it. Wei Jin is currently under control, and we are at 2 balance on Yin. We need to get into the research, which we're going to have to do this one here, which gives us a better Lord Recruit rank for our caravans. And we can build the Powder Magazine, which will give us access to Dragon Breath Gunners, which is kind of like a less armored version of Iron Drakes. And then Crane Gunners, which are very good at sniping off leaders and expensive units. Cannons, which are very good against large. And then the Juggernaut here, which is, it has the burnt effect, I believe. If I didn't let me pin that unit, I'd like to pin it, but I'm pretty sure it has the burnt effect, which has a big impact on leadership, which can be quite nice. Not 100% certain how well that'll work in Legendary. It might work well, it might not. Alright, good, we finished that. We're 1 turn into the global recruitment, and now we can continue the local recruitment. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a couple more infantry. I probably should have thrown the archers first, but we definitely want shielded crossbowmen. We want a lot of them because they're going to be the backbone of any Cathay army, and the dragon crossbowmen would be preferred. And then ultimately, once we finish that research, we can get some artillery sent over from Nangao. All right, let's end our turn. See what happens with our troops. What up, Greasus? Okay, he is at war with Grimgor. He wants a defensive alliance. We might ought to go ahead and join the war if that would pull Greasus and our brother closer to us, Zhao Ming or whatever, Miao Ying and Zhao Ming. I forget exactly the way they are. So yeah, I mean, we want to keep them close. Grimgor, like I said, was strength rank 1, and as you can imagine, I mean, that's not surprising. The Greenskins field a lot of unit, they get Waagh, they just start rolling, and a lot of times they roll right through the dwarves and get very powerful very quickly. Alright, I'm going to try and move within range here. We actually have a better ambush chance outside Hilly Light Forest and Plains. Okay, so it looks like the terrain, but it's not. I'm going to continue to run. Oh, yeah, there's not much there. That's looking good. I'm going to continue to kind of lay the trap here. I think we should be able to use our armies to get a hold of the Druki stronghold relatively quick. This army is becoming powerful quickly, and we're not paying much upkeep on it because of the building at the Turtle Gate. This was the strategy I mentioned early on in this campaign, and it's going to pay dividends here. We can upgrade to Celestial Observatory, which will unlock eventually the Wujing War Compass, but it also gives us an extra Astromancer. So that would be helpful, though Nan Li probably needs some attention first. Let's get it rebuilt. I'm going to spend my money there first, and then we'll worry about building up the Celestial Observatory, because I'm not like in some kind of giant hurry to get a hold of the Wujing War Compass, you know. Right now I'm pointed towards the Great Bastion, and some part of me is tempted to stay there. Let's do this Dragon Emperor's Wrath. That could be handy if someone gets in behind us. That's going to increase. I mean, the threat to the Bastion is going to start jumping up. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
My mother would approve.
Well, I'm glad she would. Though, I have to say I don't know who your mom is. I went ahead and spent even more money there. Again, kind of risky when we get into these situations. We could build an outpost with Greasus, which would allow us to recruit ogre forces, though none of the current settlements offer anything amazing. There's some Iron Fist. Yeah, I mean, nothing outstanding here. Just a couple of fairly straight. Saber Tusk pack could be interesting, honestly. Yeah, there's Saber Tusk pack there. And there. Share an enemy with this faction that is fairly close. I'm not going to build the outpost right now anyway, so might as well just quit looking. Let's go ahead and move on here. I need to build up a little more money. A couple of big victories would help with that as well.
Give me one reason not to strike you down.
What does Nakai
where you
want?
stand.
He wants a non-aggression pact. Is he still alive? Is this over here? That's a Cathay faction. I'm not interested in these lands this far south at the moment. So I'm fine with this. I don't love the fact that they're at war with the Eastern River Lords, though. They are at war with the Blessed Dread, which I approve of. Go ahead and take it for now. It may make those other Cathay factions mad at me. Oh, the ambush worked. It was only on one character, though. He just stepped forward. That's hilarious. I mean, this guy just got murdered.
We shall resist.
Sucks to be you. Alright, now obviously they know both my armies are there now. We got a nice view of the Great Maw right here, looking like the Sarlacc pit monster. No doubt Boba Fett is deep within its gut at this moment, scheming on how to get a show on Disney Plus, and then have everybody in the Star Wars universe cameo in it. Sorry, couldn't help take a shot at Disney Plus Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I don't love what Disney Plus has done with Star Wars, but I love Star Wars, folks. Alright, I'm going to move this army up to reinforcement range, so right there. And I'm going to take the Miao Ying's army, and I'm going to attack this guy, and see if we can pull everybody out of the settlement. He'll probably run away, yep. It makes sense. I mean, I could still technically move to attack him here, but I can't move this army up to reinforce that. I think Miao Ying would reinforce this.
Cathay needs them dead.
She does not reinforce this. So I'm gonna retreat off of that. That's irritating how it won't let me get close enough to... Maybe if I move... No, they can't move that close. Just make sure we're up against here, and then I'm just gonna attack. See, I have to fight them in the settlement now, but it doesn't much matter apparently. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take their settlement off the auto-resolve. It wasn't super clean, but we got it. And we're gonna get to capture it with relatively low effort and intact, which I think is important here as well. We can demolish these buildings to pick up a little bit of income to kind of start building it the way that we want. There's a port there as well. And then we just picked up the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin. That's a great long Marauder. And that would be super helpful in this army. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 infantry. Our crossbows are worth more than our infantry in terms of potential damage. What are those Righteous Lances? Honestly, like, I would love to have all these special units in Miao Ying's army because she's awesome, but at the same time, like this army could do with the Righteous Lancers a lot more than Miao Ying's army. So I'm gonna put them there. They're an anti-armor great long Marauder, so that would give this army some very important ability to kill like hardened targets. So I think that would be quite a big deal here. Next flying units when casting, that seems so specific. Curse of the Midnight Wind is a good one, and Wind Blast. If you're fighting factions with low armor, then Wind Blast is good. Otherwise, Curse of the Midnight Wind is a nice way to debuff your enemies to the dirt, essentially. I'm going to go with Unyielding because it buffs all of our Cathay infantry that we're going to be using. I already finished Sure Aim, so our crossbows are getting up to ludicrous levels. They can get better still, though. So we're not done making them better, per se. Poison. And extra piercing. Flaming. Let's just go with extra piercing. Okay. There we go. Don't want to build that outpost yet. I'm going to keep saving a little bit more money. This army's coming along nicely. The Bastion is becoming well guarded. My ally is very much alive and helping to defend. The Dragon Gate is about to finish its second tier defenses. Turtle Gate's at tier 3 and an army. We can bounce between these gates with safety inside the walls. So we're definitely getting to a point of pretty nice security. So let's forget the outpost. Like I said, our caravan can be dispatched. Let's look for a place to make some good cash. Looks like we'll set our route to Altdorf. We're going to increase what we pack into the caravan here. It's a 10-turn journey. It's going to be quite a while. We're going to go ahead and dispatch. I would love to get some more units into that caravan, so hopefully we get the right... Oh, what do we got? We got a army trying to get behind us. Okay. It might be okay if they get behind me a little bit. We don't want it to be a lot. We also don't want to get distracted here. This is our opportunity to take the fight to the Druki. So see, they're going to try and get behind us and annoy us and attack the small settlements, doing AI things. Doing things that the AI thinks are effective, I should say. The question here is, do I take Miao Ying after the next Druki settlement and take my other army to retake that city? I don't know what I just agreed to because I was talking and I accidentally just clicked the button, so that's irritating. Looks like we got attacked by the Beastmen, but it's going to give me a massive victory here that I'm not sure how, but I mean, we're going to take that all day long.
Their deaths benefit no one.
Okay, settlement looted, ambusher discovered, enemy killed, faction destroyed, imminent rebellion at the Imperial Road. Yeah, that makes sense because the Druki just took a settlement there. We're being raided by these losers.
become
I'm gonna start moving up on the Druki here.
Favored daughter.
And we're gonna need some Yang here. Let's go with some Yang growth as well in this
The
province.
storm abides.
This army is pretty well healed. I'm gonna again move in ambush stance as a general rule,
Footsteps in harmony.
so it makes it harder for the AI to just kind of punch back at me. It's a pretty good ambush chance right here. Should give us good visibility to anything going on, so we might be able to finish off that province. Skaven have an army moving in on me, and this one's a little stronger. I can see some storm vermin, some night runners. So it's a good thing that we were busy building this other army. We're gonna need to get after the Skaven.
Serve and honor your ancestors.
A couple more crossbows coming. We got 1, 2, 3, 7 infantry. Gosh, some crane gunners would be really nice to give us some extra range. It's a couple of extra turns,
Efficiency and
but they will
harmony.
be
I will
a
not
very nice
tolerate
addition to our
sloth.
army. We'll keep an eye on that Skaven. The Skaven are probably going to come after the Terracotta Graveyard, which is defended. It's not an amazing defense. Pomei has a pretty powerful defense, so limited. I mean, the Skaven can cause some damage, but it's probably going to be fairly limited. Like, I mean, they might knock down a settlement or two, which would be annoying. It would certainly be irritating, but it would not be the end of my world. Go ahead and build this here, and then we're going to want to probably save a little cash here. Yeah, let's just save a little cash. About to have a rebellion. Things going to get a little bit dicey at Wei Jin. We have a pretty good garrison there, though. And I have an army nearby. Okay. We're going to use one army to keep pressure on the Druki and another to try and stabilize the Imperial Road against that other Druki force. We've got to keep pushing and take away. Yeah, so is that the army that took the city of Shugingen? I think it probably was. So it fell back. We're going to need to get some good eyes on it so we can do some
The city of smoke
recon
is
and determine
poised to lend you its
whether it looks like it's going to be tricky. They want me to join the war with the Greenskins as well. I really do not want to join the war with the Greenskins. They are right on our borders, and I am not prepared to fight them. And I worry that my allies have bitten off more than they can chew getting into a fight with the Greenskins at this point. Alright, we're going to take back the city here.
Earn the Emperor's
So
love.
we've retaken it. We're going to occupy it.
Bend to Cathay's will.
Okay, this is good. Our ambush was foiled. That's okay, though. We were balanced at Harmony. Well, we were balanced. It's now unbalanced because we retook the city, which had... And so we'll have to build back one to the Yang side.
the
And then
celestial.
these guys are in a forced march. They have a Medusa. Some Shades.
What is this foolishness?
Settlements just got a couple extra crossbows and stuff. They shouldn't be
majestic
anything we can't
defender.
handle. And we need to take this settlement.
Witness my power.
We want to do it clean in case there's other enemy forces nearby, but we can take this settlement. That's going to put some serious pressure onto the Druki because they will have lost their capital, another territory, multiple armies. They'll be hurting. All right, let's get the battle underway. I'm going to target their dark shards first with the balloon. Hey, I put a fireball out on us immediately there. Got a small hit. Their forces are going to start the reforming game that the AI likes to play.
defense. Seeking elements.
Let's see if I can potentially... Oh yeah, that reforming game is going to be great, because any rocket that I fire and actually lands on target is going to get me extra kills.
Celestial fury.
So I'm going to keep trying to put some fire in there. I'm going to go try and get a final transmutation off on the dragon and lure them into combat. Let's go ahead and transform.
Behold the tempest.
I've got a bolt thrower, so need to be aware of that.
Ready as always.
They've got good range here. Let's see if we can garner the attention of some of those crossbows. AI tends not to waste its ammunition
Stars align.
on legendary. If we sit still, they might certainly come after us. are keeping ahead of that dragon. Our balloon is back within support range. Alright, so we've done what we needed to again and pulled that dragon forward. Let's build up our magic reserves, pull the balloon back, and let's pull that dragon right across. That's gonna hurt. Crap, I was late on the move there. Stupid jerk. Okay, we've now got the enemy dragon wheeled up right in front of our crossbow line, and then we're going to Plague of Rust just to get it out of here quicker. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the enemy sorceress. Minimal losses for us. That'll also hopefully minimize how much magic we get pounded with. Hopefully that thing dies before they get another spell off. May not, though. Miao Ying does heal because of a Von Karstein blade that we picked up on a caravan route. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's gonna hurt. Crap. The eye is going crazy with black art crap right now. Or no, that's the stuff off the Doomfire Warlocks, never mind. They're looking for a way to attack me. That was quite a bit of damage from just stupid Doomfire Warlocks. I need to get a unit focused on those crossbows. Go ahead and start shredding those Dark Riders. Then you all maybe focus over here still. There we go. Doomfire Warlocks aren't going to do much up front. Let's go help get rid of this unit a little bit sooner. I think they're using their Doom and Darkness abilities right now. Drove them off. We're shredding the crossbow cav. Alright, good. We'll get rid of the Doomfire Warlocks. Hopefully we won't have to tolerate any more of their bound spells. I'm not too worried about the enemy crossbows at this point because my own crossbows should melt them, and rather effectively at that. Speaking of melt, let's into a defensive stance and begin the Great Melt. Alright, so we're going to start targeting key units here. Excellent. Looks like they did manage to get off one more Doom Bolt on that regrouped unit. Another one there. Freaking crap. Oh, my Doom Bolts. Yeah, they regrouped all of their Doomfire Warlocks just in time to get secondary attacks off on me. Let's go get rid of this Black Art Corsair. Alright, so we are shredding through the Druki. I'm gonna get a little more aggressive with my Lancers now. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on them, but... Okay, excellent work. Crossbows, let's switch targets. Let's keep after these shades. Let's maybe target the Bloodrack Medusa. Alright, Miao Ying is after those Black Art Corsair handbows. Let's get that Medusa. Not really worried about any of the infantry coming up. I am concerned about that Dark Shard. So I'm going to target it with the Sky Junk. The Bloodrack Medusa is now toast. Let's kind of reform our crossbow. There's some shades out there I'm going to give some attention to.
Repositioning.
Let's go ahead and charge our infantry forward. It's looking really nice at the moment. Get that Reaper Bolt Thrower. Alright. Solid victory for us. And we shouldn't really need to chase any of these units because they're in a settlement and they're going to die. So let's go ahead and end our battle. Alright, that's a good victory for us. A lot of experience points and a really nice boost to the treasury there as well. which we've spent quite a bit of money, so it'd be great to take some back. Let's go ahead and occupy this settlement as well. We've now secured that province and taken it away from the Druchii, more importantly, though I do see 4 more settlements for the Druchii at least. And then the Skaven still have a considerable holding here at the Forest of the Moon and right here at Jingpo as well. Though the Iron Dragon has grown pretty powerful, but I'm very worried. It looks like Grimgor is rolling the ogres right now. So that's a problem. Having Grimgor right on our flank is not going to be ideal under any circumstances. Taking on a greenskin Waagh is really something we can ill afford, I believe. Alright, so let's see. At Nangao, I've got some buildings available, but I'm going to put a little cash in the bank first. Let's check. This doesn't belong there. We can tear that down. We are at +2 on yen. I'm gonna tear this down. Well, should I tear that down? I don't know. It's making me a decent bit of income at the moment. Let's just... I know we're at a bit of an overbalance here, but... probably counterbalance it here soon. If this army's stuck for this turn, but they have skill point upgrades that we can dish out. Get another point into Quartermaster, which is going to make our overall upkeep less, which is going to help us as we continue to field this many armies. We're going to put a point into Wind Blast, just so we've got some capability there. Then Miao Ying has a skill point. Go ahead and dump that one into Unyielding. After we get 6 skill points, we can get Rally, and then this one right here, Fast Hands, is going to give a reload time reduction, more missile strength, and then it's going to give missile resistance as well to our crossbows, which is going to make them considerably more powerful. Let's finish increasing mobility. Alright, I think we are in a pretty powerful position at the moment, though it is not an infallible position. See, there's still a pretty good threat from outside the Great Bastion. However, we've got a means to control it now, and I'm going to go for tier 3 here. It's going to take a good chunk of money. That's going to be worth the spend, making these garrisons considerably harder to get past. Let's go ahead and do this Yang research here. Which is going to give extra range and armor-piercing damage for our crossbows. That is always welcome. And we can build also the... oh, Fire Rain rockets would be absolutely beautiful. The Divine Lance battery is also extremely good against large targets. Yeah, it's a little risky for me to spend this much, but no risk, no reward, and I feel like it will be worth it here. We're making good money anyway. We should be able to pull it back. That upkeep building is paying huge dividends right now. Get a massive upkeep reduction on another full army at this point. An army that can be quite vital at helping us defend in more than one place.
Do you seek the Storm Dragon's wisdom or strength?
Tyrion says... I suppose so. I think they're really going to need it, but I suppose so. If it helps me get these... as long as it helps me unite Cathay diplomatically, I think it's worth it. Love to have more missiles, but it's just crappy peasant archers, so I think I'm going to take the Jade Warriors here. I would have loved to have gotten more crossbows. Still on a yin harmony here. Let's see, let's get some defense built there. Again, I don't want to overspend.
Ready to defend.
That is going to be a walled settlement, so we're going to want to approach with caution.
Acceptable.
Especially in case the Druchii are hiding multiple armies behind it. It's a good spot to hide right there. To give us eyes on, it does give us eyes on.
Do not order me.
The majestic defender.
We don't have enough movement points to reach on this turn, which is unfortunate because Lokir is recruiting. The garrison there is not spectacular.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
We're gonna hit these rebels.
Cathay needs them dead.
And then try and go check that Skaven army. Alright, rebels are going down in a big hurry. That's just going to be some extra skill points, hopefully, for our second army. We got a lot more losses there than I feel like we deserved, but whatever. Alright, let's see.
Shaper of the Eight Winds.
Let's go with Bastion, start getting faster replenishment. Now I'm going to start moving towards that Skaven army. In fact, I'm going to march a little extra here to try and go head off that Skaven army. This army is mostly going to just be keeping an eye on the wall. Sometimes you can go into an ambush with these armies too and trick Chaos into attacking the wall, which is pretty fun, and it can be pretty effective. But with 3 armies now, I want to get rid of this Skaven army. I don't want it gallivanting behind my lines, causing issues, though. We're pretty well defended over here. I don't know if it'd be enough to take down a full stack of Skaven. Sometimes the auto-resolve is kind to us, though. You never know. Probably want to build up this one that gives me the reduced upkeep over there as well. Now, what the heck? Let's just risk it, spend some money. Yeah, I know I didn't move that army. I don't intend to. I don't intend to build the outpost right now. And I do want to assign my skill points. Let's do it in Curse of the Midnight Wind again. Alright. Let's end this turn.
Trusted allies, what information?
What's up, dear brother? Well, he really wants me to join this war. Grimgor is at the doorstep now. He is straight up rolling. Yeah, he's straight up rolling through the ogres. That Goldtooth is getting his butt kicked right now. Grimgor. I don't want to leave my brother alone to join it. I don't like this. I'll move this. I'm trying to think which army would be better suited to face Grimgor. I don't want to be fighting Grimgor at all right now, to be honest. There we go. That's exactly why. Underway interception. No, we don't want to do that.
Another.
Great. Here we don't get a choice. So Grimgor's Ard Boys are going to destroy our caravan, and there's nothing we can do about it. This sucks. I shouldn't have joined that war, because our caravan was going right through their territory. So now I've gotten my caravan leader killed pointlessly in an unwinnable battle. How stupid of me. Wanted to help the brother, and we paid a cost. I had a lot of money wrapped up in that caravan and a lot of return wrapped up in that caravan, and I just gave it away. Absolutely gave it away there. Our caravan may escape alive. Yeah, we lost our... Nah, it's gone. Piece of crap. That frustrates me. What a stupid mistake.
I am the master.
I think only of
That one's all on me. Joined the war against Grimgor when I didn't need to, and I'd been resisting it. I mean, obviously I could have just gone over there and gotten ready to join at a point that suited me better. And I just didn't do it. Stupid. I'm going to continue the siege here. This is risky, though, because with all those shades, if they get a reinforcing army on the way, I could be in trouble with Miao Ying, too, and make another blunderous mistake, potentially. Just rush this way and try and head off these Skaven. I'd love to win some battles against Chaos out here. I don't know what they have, and it's risky to venture a long ways out from the gate. Reach them. We don't have a good view. I mean, there's allies out here as well. We could send our allies. See if we can get them to attack that settlement.
Offspring of dragons.
Be good to get some experience for this army.
Demand their death.
This may be stupid risky as well, but they have a lot of berserkers. They don't have any large units though. It says we're gonna lose, but I don't really think we are. Like, I think we can win this. So I'm gonna encircle them, assuming that I'm not gonna. Yeah, I am gonna take attrition. Yeah, this was stupid.
Spill their vile blood.
This was stupid. Alright, I'm gonna have to attack them actually and win. So let's go ahead and fight this. Alright, we're gonna begin the battle. My crane gunners are immediately in range of the enemy army, and I'm hoping some friendly shots here will lure them in. The shields are gonna protect them a decent bit. Yeah, the AI is gonna fall back. They're waiting on reinforcements, so they want to stay
Ready to rule.
as far back as possible. It's kind of a pre-programmed AI response here. They're still backing up, but they can't back up too easily, so I'm going to just continue to come forward and just rain death all over them. I want to convince these guys to come forward and start fighting me immediately, and if not, I want to cause them a great deal of casualties for their trouble. What kind of spells do we got? Cloak of Jet. Allow someone to snipe. Okay, so our magic is pretty crappy at the moment. I do have my tigers hidden over there. The reinforcements are already present, so they apparently weren't far out.
Master of the winds.
These little vents actually offer me a pretty advantageous position to take here where they can't outflank me easily. So although I'll have to fall back out of range, I'm going to go ahead and do so. My crane gunners have caused some very nice damage thus far. Crossbows in position. They are just blitzing at me with some of their wolves right now.
Order and balance.
I'm gonna fall back with the crane gunners.
Naturally.
I mean, they were totally coming straight up YOLO at me there with the wolves there for a minute. I'm gonna bring the crane gunners.
Move as wind.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the crane gunners back here.
Move in formation.
I technically have to attack them because I initiated this, but at the same time, like, I have the range, and so they're gonna have to come attack me, or else I'm gonna pick them apart from a distance. And I'm already killing their Marauder Horsemen for 0 loss. Their Skin Wolves are in range as well. This is not like they can't sit back and have any prayer of hoping to finish this up.
My chosen place. Praise the dragons.
I wonder if we can hit those Skin Wolves. Probably not. Is there some reason why you all aren't firing? Like, you got a Skin Wolf sitting right there in range. Anytime you're ready, feel free to open fire. There's something weird going on with the line of sight right there where they wouldn't fire. You had to scooch forward. That's some CA please kind of crap that we've run into before. Like I said, my tiger's hidden over here. The idea is that maybe I can get it advantageously into a flank. I want to shred the Skin Wolf. If the AI is going to offer me up sacrificial victims, then I'm going to take it. My units are acting weird about firing here. There they go. Took out the shield. I mean, that's a low... I think they may be getting bonus from the forest or something, because it's a low armor unit. They ought to be getting torn up a lot worse than that, in my opinion.
Crane gunners.
Alright, the AI is either waiting on all its reinforcements or it's for some reason still convinced that it can camp here. I'm not going to let that happen. This looked like a catastrophe, honestly, when I first started this battle, but it's not looking that bad now. We've got the AI coming to us. We have an extremely good position to fight in. It's going to be very difficult for them to take a flank. I've got reinforcements available on both flanks. I've got ranged firepower that's going to make the enemy suffer a great deal. I've got my lancers to help, you know, counter and charge as needed. I've got superior ranged firepower with my crossbows. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with our capability here. We got rid of that Skin Wolf. Alright, the Crane Gunners are going to open up. The Berserkers are honestly a good target. I'm going to be looking to target Berserkers with my crossbows as well, because they are low armor and vulnerable. I am curious whether we can snipe the enemy leader. We can effectively snipe the enemy leader here. That would be a huge boon to us. Yeah, look at his shield just disappear, and here comes the crossbow fire. Marauders, Chaos Warriors. Right, yeah, over here I want to focus Berserker units.
Praise the dragons!
Another one right there that we'll want to focus down
Marching
to.
as one!
Might countercharge that Berserker unit real quick. This one that hasn't gotten shredded. Countercharge here. Got some pretty good sniping done.
Naturally! Thoughts in harmony! What a moon dragon! Attack
Try and get rid of some other missile units out here. Let's bring the Tigers across the map. Let's pull our Lancers back from those initial charges. See a gap right here in the middle I might be able to get through, actually.
Cavalry! Move as wind!
Yeah, the enemy leader did end up getting sniped.
Shenyang
Send some help over here.
Warrior crossbows! For the Emperor!
Yeah. I think this is going well.
Repositioning!
Let's pull that Lancer through that slot.
The Celestial Faithful!
Pull that Lancer back out of there. Alright, our Tigers. Lancer got through. Let's pull our crossbows to do some cross shots over here and then send in. And let's rear charge that.
Warriors!
I think I've been forgetting to turn off formation attack.
Understood.
There we go, so get rid of formation attack. We still got a considerable number of enemies on us. Managed to get in there and cause some damage. Their leader came back from routing, so that is certainly bad for me. I thought this battle would be over by now because we had hurt their leader so badly. Oh man, our Lancers are just suddenly getting shredded out here. Get another Lancer unit, let's activate it. And let's take our Crane Gunners, finish off their leader, and see if we can get the General Died penalty applied. Our Tigers are getting some nice kills, but this blob is resisting the rout. Alright, second unit of Lancers got through. Their Lord should be dead. He's getting some real rip-off BS. There, he's out. Alright, this flank busted. The other flank is about to get it. I'm going to give them a heavy dose of rear charges here. And send the Tigers in to eat the routing troops. They should get a nice dinner. There we go. It's a sweet victory, folks. Not amazing, but it's a solid victory. These guys definitely should not have sallied out. They should have probably tried to fight from their settlement, I think. I do believe that was a mistake on their part. I'm going to hunt some of these guys down, see if we can pick up a little bit of experience points. Boy, the Crane Gunners were really clutch there. They caused some big damage from range. Really did a nice job. The Tigers doing. They've cleaned up a fair number of kills here. Let's go get some Marauder Spears. Eat them up. This flank had a lot of enemy troops left alive, and so that's why I'm hoping these guys will hunt them down. Let's fast forward for a second, see if we can clean up a bunch of these kills. I think there's at least a couple of hundred kills that were to be had there. Yeah, one of our Lancers is owning. It's kind of some weird pathfinding that goes on with this stuff sometimes as well. That's good. Alright, we managed the Berserkers. We got good work done with our mobile units. We don't really have any magic, so to speak. We got a solid victory, though. We picked up a Dragon Bane gem. It's not going to be worth much. Some pretty good experience, though, and some treasury. Help support. Honestly, I'm just going to raise this and then head back towards the gate, which this is kind of the risky part, right? If there was another army around, it's a good opportunity for them to come after us, but we're going to take some attrition on the next turn, but I think we're safe. We got rid of an enemy presence nearby. We gained some skill points here. It's going to allow us to begin leveling up this Lord. So what do we got here? Awesome Wind, Missile Mirror, Storm of Shadows. Talons of the Night is really good. So is Ancestral Warriors. Since this army doesn't come out of the gates as often, I'm actually going to focus on just maybe some of the combat presence to start with. And magic.
A gift from my
And we'll kind of go in the opposite direction, see whether we decide to change our mind about it. Anyway, I think we've had a good episode for here. I'm going to go ahead and end this turn so it'll save our game. Boy, look what it does to our income when we head outside the wall. We'll definitely want to get back in there, and then we'll use our money to start building up again. But yeah, so that's the income savings that we get from being in that garrison, folks. But yeah, it's been a good episode. We got a lot of work done. I'm a little concerned about Greasus getting wrapped up by Grimgor. Go ahead and pull the military alliance here. Looks like he's pretty friendly with our brother, and he's an ally against Grimgor, and if nothing else, he's someone for Grimgor to punch in the face right now besides us, because we don't want the Waagh at our doorstep, and it practically is. So things might be getting a little bit dicier here with the Waagh at our doorstep. The sheer numbers that you sometimes have to face from the Greenskins are terrifying. Their infantry is very good, and they can really mess you up in multiple ways. So not really looking forward to having to hold back a Waagh. Watch what happens to our income here.
There is merit in this.
Back up to 2230, so it's a pretty big difference when we're garrisoned versus when we are not. So let's get that army replenished, ready to continue to guard Cathay. I'm going to move towards the Skaven in an ambush stance so we can catch and destroy them. And I will see you all on the next episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now.